What's good, Betting Hood? It's your boy, Twando, coming at you live and direct, trying to get the check. You already know what it is. Let's get into this next week's slate of bets. I'm coming at you before the Thursday play. I've been thinking, scratching the hairs on my chin, thinking who's going to get the win. The Jets or the Texans. The Texans are on the road. They got a few big injuries. Got me a little, I don't know. I was looking at this at first. I was like, the Texans definitely should handle their business. They +2 at the Jets, but I'm like, the Jets really been fumbling the ball. They ain't been having good coaching. They ain't been handling their business. But at the same time, them injuries is real serious. And then that O-line is already suspect on the Texans. So I was on the Texans at first. I'm going to keep it real. I would say don't bet this game. If you do anything, I would say take moneyline Jets or throw either team in a teaser. I feel like either way, you can't lose no pay if you go that way. Other than that, there's plenty of other games that I feel like you could bet on that'll give you a little bit better opportunity. Next game. Let's get to the check, man. We got the New England Patriots sliding out to them Titans. Man, look, I don't know what to make of the Titans. They was moving the ball last week, getting up and down the field. They couldn't do nothing to finish. Every time they looked like they was about to do something, they just, here you go. Handed the ball right on back to the Lions. And you already know what the Lions finna do. They finna feast on something. They ain't finna play with it. I thought the Lions was gonna play down a little bit, but they ended up showing up and doing, surprising me a little bit. But I really feel like the Titans just gave them more points than anything. So I really don't know what to make of this team. I feel like the Lions probably came to play down a little bit, but then the Titans kept just giving them the game. So then they just took the ball and ran with it. And we saw what happened with that score. So do I think the Titans are a little bit better than the score reflect? Yes. Do I feel like they also a pretty shitty team? Yes. So with that being said, I'm looking at this game. I ain't really feeling it too much. Pats ain't really showed me too much. At the same time, at least they show up to fight in most games. Pats are on the road. The Titans should handle business here, but you know what? I'm gonna pull a little Vegas play. I'm gonna chill light with the Pats on. I'm gonna buy a little point, get a little extra point and a half there. Pats +4.5. That's what my pick is. Next game. Let's get to the check, man. We got the Rams. No, excuse me. We got the Chargers on the road at the Browns. Chargers -1. Man, I'm looking at this game. This is finna be a dogfight. This game is definitely finna be a dogfight. It's gonna be a defensive battle. Both teams like to establish the run game. Jameis Winston is a backup quarterback, so I'm sure they're for sure gonna be trying to establish the run game. A lot of people been leaning on the over on this game. I actually really like the under. I feel like it's gonna be a slow-paced game. Now, it could go over if the game is tied, towards the end of the game. But if not, if there's at least a 5-6 point gap, I feel like it's gonna have more chances to stay under. My pick on this game, real light on the Chargers. I'm not really sure who's gonna win this game. I'm more interested in watching. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints going out to the Panthers. Panthers ain't did nothing all season. I don't know who gonna play quarterback. Quite frankly, I really don't care. I'm looking at the Saints. I'm like, they O-line, garbage pail, trash. I'm looking at, I don't know who's going to play quarterback. Maybe Derek Carr comes back, give him a little bit of spark. But I'm still looking at that O-line like, y'all should blow out the Panthers. Y'all did the first time. Maybe the Panthers put up a little bit more of the fight. At the same time, we don't know who's going to play quarterback. So that's why everybody's betting the Saints. Me, I'm betting the Aints. I ain't betting this damn game at all. Next game. Let's get to the check, man. We got a very interesting game. A very, very interesting game. We got the Miami Dolphins. We got the Dolphins going out to play the Buffalo Bills. Benny the Butcher. Now the Bills is at home, and the Bills are favored by 6 points now. I've been going back and forth with this game, Roster-wise, I actually like the Dolphins. How the team's been playing this season, we definitely got to put some respect on the Bills. Therefore, I feel like Miami should cover in this game. Especially, it's at 6 now. Everybody been jumping on the Bills. So, that's why I wanted to wait to do this video a little bit. Late cake. I really like if you buy 1.5 or buy a point, get it up to a touchdown a little bit. If you get over a touchdown, I wouldn't be mad if you bet them Dolphins. I wouldn't be mad at you. Now, if you want to put either team in a teaser, I wouldn't be mad at you. But as far as my pick goes, even though I don't really like Miami going into Buffalo, they always play a little down there for some reason, and then it's gonna be cold. So, but I'm still gonna put a little faith in Miami. Miami need this game a little bit more than Buffalo do, and Miami showed me a little something against the Cardinals. Not too much. They showed me a little bit of life. A little resurrection. Maybe they stay on a good foot and at least keep it close in a dogfight in a divisional game. Next game, man. Let's get to this check, man. You already know what it is. We got the Cowboys at the Falcons. And the Falcons are currently favored by 2.5 points. I was really liking the Falcons in the beginning of the week. The more I think about this, I'm feeling like Falcons could run the ball for sure. They got Bijan. They're going to be able to run the ball a little bit. They're going to get that play action going a little bit. But I'm not saying that the Cowboys ain't going to be able to move the ball, because I feel like the Cowboys play good when Dak don't got a lot of pressure on them. So with that being said, I know that the Falcons don't got a lot of sacks. They ain't been getting a lot of pressure on nobody. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at this game. I'm like, man, it's damn near toss up. Although the Falcons should handle business, they're at home. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say buy a point and make it a 3.5, and then take the Cowboys. If you like the Falcons, take them on the money line. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Me, myself personally, where's my money going? I'm going to go ahead and go with the underdog bread. I'm going to buy a couple points, and I'm going to take the Cowboys. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it with them boys. All right, next game. Let's get to the check. I'm looking at it. We got the Denver Broncos on the road playing them Ravens. Lamar Jackson, let's see what it do. Let's see if we see some Lamar magic this game. This a really good defense coming in. I ain't gonna lie. The Broncos got a really good defense. I'm sure Sean Payton gonna have some nice scripted plays for your boy Bo Jackson. Bo Nix. I think he named after Bo Jackson. Anyways, let's get it. Back to the game. I'm looking at it. It's a 9-point spread. That's kind of high for a really good defense. Now, Lamar could blow this game open. I know he a little embarrassed from what happened last week, but at the same time, we gotta put some credit on how the Broncos have actually been playing. At one point, I thought it was just because of the competition that they playing, but at the same time, consistently is always true. No matter how you flip it, no matter how you turn it, no matter how you roll it up and burn it, it don't matter. Consistently is always true. So they've been consistently proving themselves. And, I can't say that it's just smoke and mirrors, man. I got to really put some respect on their name. I'm going to go ahead and say, the Broncos show up, keep it a tight fight, or at least come through with a backdoor cover. So I've already put this bet in. I already bought a couple points, and I put a little bit on them Broncos. Next game. Let's get to this check, man. We got the Raiders. Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. How did he know? I don't know how Yuckmouth knew that. Anyway, let's get back to it. The Raiders are plus points, +7 at the Bengals. I'm looking at this game. I know the Bengals going to be a little upset from what they did last week, but what have the Bengals been doing consistently all season? Playing in tight games and either barely winning or losing, even against teams that weren't as good. So, with that being said, I like the Raiders to actually show up and keep a fight. It's gonna be a rough one because I know Joe Burrow and them, they're gonna try to hit the gas pedal on them. But I like Minshew to make a couple plays. I definitely like the running backs to make a couple plays. And I definitely like this defense to get after Joe Burrow a little bit. We already know what that D-line doing. So I'm ready to see an interesting game. Could the Bengals, blow them out? Yeah, they could. But do I think that that's actually going to happen? Nah, I don't think so. So in this game, I'm not going to bet too heavy. I'm going to sprinkle something like probably throw it in like a little teaser. Probably throw it in, a little parlay or something. But if you do want to bet this game, I would say buy a point. Go ahead and take them Raiders. Put it at like an 8.5 point game. And the Bengals got to win by 9. That's kind of rough right there. So I like them. I like the Raiders to come in and get the cake for us. You already know what it is. Next game. I got the Washington Commanders at the New York Giants. Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. Every once in a while, I feel like he get lucky. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. But most of the play, he be looking like a deer in headlights. I just be looking at him, just the facial expressions, his confidence ain't there. His players definitely don't got confidence. Now that defense be showing up. That defense is real sticky, I will say that. But Washington been pushing the pedal. This is a divisional game. Washington usually get kicked around a little bit by the New York Giants. And this year I feel like Washington, they coming to make statements. They barely got away with a little win last week. They played a little down last week. Quarterback was a little banged up. We saw him make a couple plays though at the same time. So hey, give me the Commanders. I really like this game. I really, really like this game. It sounded like cash rules everything around me. Cream, get this money. La 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 skrill, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm going heavy on Washington. Right now the game's at -4. Washington is on the road. I say I'm gonna go ahead and do my little magic, sprinkle a little 1.5-ish, so that way they only got to win by a field goal. Keep it right. I might have to pay for it a little bit in the end, but you know what? We're gonna make sure we get these ends. I don't know about you, but I'm putting my money against the Giants blue. I'm going with Washington. Next game. Let's get this check, man. We got a very interesting one. A very, very interesting one. Bears at the Cardinals. Now, the Bears got a very, very good defense. A very good defense at that. They got some offensive pieces. Now, do they always click and gel? They have some miscues here and there. You still got a rookie quarterback. I will say he is progressing, though. That's what makes this game interesting. If he wasn't progressing, if this was the beginning of the season, for me, it would be a no-brainer to take the Cardinals. But I will say the rookie been playing better. And You know, Washington ain't no slouches. I know they seem like, they couldn't do much against Washington. Washington ain't no slouches. They've been holding their own this season, and I feel like the young players in Washington been getting better and better. So, due to that being said, they put up a good fight against the Bears, which was no surprise. I thought that would be a tight fight. So, with that being said, in this game, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lean towards the over a little bit. And the reason why I say that is because I don't see either team consistently being able to stop either team. I feel like Kyler Murray's going to make a couple plays. He's going to get a couple shots down the field. He's going to hit the tight end a little bit. He's definitely going to make some plays on Marvin Harrison Jr. I feel like the Bears, they're a little undervalued right here. So if you wanted to take the Bears, I wouldn't be mad at it. Me, I do like the Bears a little bit. I'm probably not going to bet this game, but I like the Bears and I like the over. Next game. Let's get to the check, man. We got the Jags at my Philadelphia Eagles. You know what we doing. We've been flying in getting correct. We've been flying in trying to get a check. I've been seeing us getting our offense together, getting that RPO going, getting the ball to Saquon. More importantly, getting the ball to Saquon, letting him make plays, get us in good positions, and keeping us in good standings while we're moving the chains. With that being said, we've been having a lot of ball control. Now let's get over to the Jags. They've been playing garbage pail all season. I don't like their play calling. I don't really like what I've been seeing from their defense. It's definitely spotty at times. Sometimes they show up. Other times you don't know where they at because they just letting everybody run free. They don't really get the pressure the quarterback a lot. So with that being said, I feel like Jalen going to have time to work a little bit. But this is pretty much a do or die situation for the Jags. They played a little bit better against the Texans. I feel like they trying to find some confidence because they know one or two more losses and it's over. It's a wrap. So, this is a 7.5 point spread. That's a lot of points. Philly, we ain't been blowing a lot of people out like that. That last game, the Bengals, that did surprise me a little bit. Maybe we clicking and we getting back to that old Eagle form. So I'm looking at this game, and I'm not going to bet it. It's definitely off limits for me, but I'm looking at the 7.5. I'm like, 8 points is still a lot in this league. That's still a lot of room for a backdoor cover. That's still a lot of meat on the bone. So either way you want to go, I would suggest you could put this game in a teaser. Either way, I feel like you will be all right. This is definitely like a teaser leg type game. Or this is definitely buy a point and take whatever team you like. If you buy a point, you get Philly under a touchdown. Philly win by a touchdown. If you buy a point, then, Jags can't lose by more than 8. Either way, I feel like you'll be safe. I feel like Jags might try to come through with a little backdoor cover, even though Philly probably will dominate most of this game. Hopefully they don't come up with no bonehead plays. Me, off limits on this play. For you, buy a point either way. Throw it in the teaser. Great option to get the pay. Let's get it. You already know. Next game. One of my favorites. Looking real tasty, must I admit. I'm looking at the Rams on the road to the Seattle Seahawks. Them damn Rams that came back from the dead again. They do it all the time. They come back from the dead and they just surprise you right when you think it's over. You think the injuries and took them out. They get a little healthy and the defense hold up a little bit, just enough to keep them alive, and look at them now. Them damn Rams. They real healthy right now, receiver-wise. Defense been playing real tight. I've been liking what I've been seeing out of the young Bulls on their defense out there. Corners are real sticky. Linebackers been making some plays. and they've been getting a little pressure here and there. I've been liking what I see out of there. Real surprised to see what I've been seeing, but I've been liking it. Sean McVay always a master at work, always drawing some things up, and let's put some respect on it. He don't got a ring for no reason, man. Let's put a respect level on my man Stafford. Let's put some respect on Matthew. Matthew been out there whipping work. I'm finna buy him a chef hat. He been out there cooking on the low. And he got his weapons back. Geno, look, Geno plays pretty decent, but I'm looking at the quarterback matchup. Give me Stafford. Their receiving core is pretty decent in Seattle. Don't get it twisted. And if they get that running game going, it could be. I expect this game to be a dogfight. I don't expect it to be the Rams come in there and just push them over, and especially Seahawks being at home, and it just be, man, easy breezy, beautiful cover girls. It ain't gonna be all that type of smoothness cracking off. It's gonna be a dogfight, and you're gonna have to let them dogs off the chain. But this is the type of games that I usually see Stafford and Cooper Kupp find a way to go to work. Cooper might be a little banged up, just a tiny bit, but I do expect him to play, and I do expect to see Puka Nacua having his way out there. So I don't see how they're going to stop him. So I'm looking at it, -1. I feel like this game actually should be Rams -4, but home field advantage. Seattle, I do understand it does get crazy up there, but give me them damn Rams. Give me the damn Rams to come out on the dog fight as a road favorite by a point. Let's get it right. Let's keep it lit. You already know. Let's get this check right. Next game. Let's get to the check, man. We got the Colts on the road in Minnesota playing them Vikings. I'm looking at this game, and I'm like, either way, this is another one of them games. I expect the Colts to try to keep it a dogfight. But if that running game don't really get going, if them Vikings start stuffing that run game, it could get a little serious. I expect that defense to show up. They've been in a couple tight dog fights. I expect them to show some separation right here, though. Give me the Vikings. I'm buying a point. If you like the Colts, I would suggest you buy a point. Make the spread a little higher or throw it in the teaser. I'm not mad at that option. But I'm going with the home team. I'm going ahead and put some respect on the Vikings. Let's go ahead and see your boy, the new QB, doing this doing this thing, man. Put some respect on your boy, man. They kicked him out of New York Jets, and I knew that it was just New York. It wasn't him. So Sam Darnold been coming out of that USC boy, been going out there causing a heyday. He been causing a heyday all season. People didn't see him coming. And look at him. Got to put some respect on it. Let's get the Vikings. Next game. Last game of this week. We got the Buccaneers on the road against the Chiefs. Patty. So look, I'm looking at this game, and the Chiefs been handling business all season. But even with the Buck injuries, 9.5 is a lot of points. I'm looking at it. I already put this bet in. I said 9.5 is a lot of points. Baker Mayfield is definitely a competitive person. And I expect that the Chiefs will try to run the ball a little bit more, play a little bit more clock control, less, they might try to press a pedal in the first half, but I expect them in the second half, if they got the lead, to more play clock control, keep the real tight reins on this game. They've been, making sure they're trying to stay healthy all season. This is a game that they don't really need like that, but because it's not even in that, they're not even in the same division, but I expect, you know, Baker to try to show up, play his best game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. Everybody always gives them their best punch, and that's just how it is. When you the champ, everybody's always gonna try to give you your best, their best punch. Every game, every fight, they gonna try to come with all they might. Even if they the worst on earth, they gonna try to claw and fight and kick and bite, whatever they can do to get right. They gonna try to come in. So I hope the Buccaneers do the same thing, because I already bought a 1.5. I got that thing up to 11, and I'm ready to see Baker go ahead and turn this to some money makers. Let's get it. So I'm going with money maker Baker. Let's get it. Let's get it. And that's at a plus 9.5. If you like to spread straight up, me, I moved it and took the Bucks to get it. Let's get it. Another day, another way. We still chasing the pay. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully y'all been tuning in to get y'all some yen too. I ain't doing this just for me. I'm doing this for y'all. You know, so pay attention and get y'all some scritching. You know, next week we got some other new tricks to help y'all get some new chips. I'm gonna definitely put some teaser videos in. I'm gonna definitely go ahead and whip y'all in some prop works. I got a few guests that I'm about to be coming in with, and you know, one of my boys, he's a prop killer. He's a prop king. I've been watching him roll for a second, so as soon as we get the time to kind of align things up, I'm gonna bring him on the show. Thanks for tuning in to your boy Twando, DOE Picks. Hope you getting some more chips. You already know what it is. Holla.